Hello? Hello?
Yes, we
Can
can
you hear
hear.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
We
good.
can.
Bismillah. May Allah gives us a topic to say the best in the best way and to understand the best in the best understanding. May Allah give us the right and the knowledge of Barakat so that we can perform on it and we can teach others. So now the today's topic is kinds of disease. The kinds of disease explained in light of Quran and Hadith are physical diseases, second is psychological disease, and third is spiritual disease. Same as the modern science or any science speaks about, but they only speak about physical disease and psychological disease. No science speaks about, especially modern science does not speak about spiritual disease. They have not yet understood what is spirit and what are spiritual disease. So physical disease means the disease, the bodily disease, the disease we suffer from or which are related with our body or body's organs, like hernia. It is a defect in the abdominal part. We do have lungs disease. We do have heart disease. So many diseases are there which are only related to our body. There are many reasons for that, as I had explained previously: wrong habits, wrong eating, wrong sleeping habits, taking curse of anybody, and many more. As I had explained you previously, the causes of disease. Second is psychological diseases. Now, basically, psychological disease are also mentioned in modern science, but here we have got a very vast explanation in Islam about psychological diseases. Psychological diseases also include error in thought, means wrong thinking, doubt. A person have always a doubt in whether he has closed the door or not, whether he has closed the gas, I mean, put off the gas or not, whether he or she has done that thing or not. He does it, but he has some doubt on that. That is also OCD, obsessive pulmonary compulsive disorder in obsessive compulsory disorder in modern science. And also now in modern science, only if you are not well-being, if you are not well, or if you're not participating in your normal life well, if you have some imbalance and you do some activities which are opposite to your normal life and you are completely free from bodily disease, that goes into psychological diseases. But here, these things also include in Tib Nabawi, same things, but there are much more. Lust and desire, a lot of lust, a lot of desire is also psychological disease. Of course, it is psychological disease. uh, a male may have a fond of girls. He likes to talks to the girls. He likes to see pictures of the girls, etc., etc. These are lust and desire. So this is also a psychological disease according to Ibn Nabawi, according to Islam, and also a hunger of money. A hunger of money. A person wants a lot of money, though he has money or he is earning money, but he has a desire of earning money again and again, again and again, also are included in psychological disease. Forgetfulness. Any person who keeps on forgetting things he has promised somebody something and he forgets and he do not remember it. And when he is made to remember, then he remembers or may not remember. This is also a psychological disease. So there are a lot of psychological diseases explained in Tibb Nabawi or in the light of Quran. Now, spiritual disease. Spiritual disease are basically what happens, see, what is spirit? What is ruh? I'll use the right word. The right word is ruh. Though we call spirit in English, but spirit is really not the right word. It's a very unbroad term, but ruh is really a very specific word. So ruh. Now, basically, I would like to quote one example on that. If some person gives us a bad word, or he says something bad about us, we feel a we feel a pain. We feel a strange, painful growl in our body, in our cell, not in our body, in our cell. And it really gives us anger, and it provokes us to take revenge or to say some bad to him, etc. etc. Now, that feeling, what we get after somebody gives us bad words, or somebody speaks bad about our mother and father, or anything like that. So that bad effect or bad pain or growl is felt on the root, not on the body. If anatomically you see, or bodily you see, if anybody gives us, if anybody gives us a bad word, or anybody says anything bad about our mother and father, bodily we don't get any effect, right? Our organs are least concerned about somebody is giving a bad word. They do not have any effect on that, and they do not really react much. But the effect is more on the row, and we feel bad, and then the effect on the row affects the body. So at that time, our blood pressure will rise, our heart rate will increase, our anger center in our brain will get activated, and then we will get angry. We will lose control over us, and then we may also get provoked to take revenge. So this crawl, after hearing a bad words, or after hearing something bad about our mother, father, or etc. etc., really affects our ruh. So our ruh has also many diseases. Our ruh, as body and mind, can can get affected by any diseases. Our ruh diseases are also explained in Islam in the light of Quran and Hadith. Now that disease are, you know what, to get envy with someone, to get jealousy, to really get animatic feelings to someone, or ego, a lot of ego. Right? Now, friends, we do we do have a feeling of I, me and I since childhood. Since childhood, we had been taught that this is your mother and father, this is your toys, this is your clothes, and this is your toy, this is your bed, etc. etc. And for many reasons, and for inbuilt programming, we have a feeling of I in us. Means I am you. This is my mother. This is my room. This is my pen. This is my toy. This is my bed. This is my room. This is my, etc. And we feel me is the best. Me is the best. We have some thoughts. We have some feelings of these in our body. But now, by our consciousness, by the knowledge of Islam, and by the knowledge of Ahadith, and by the knowledge of Quran, we have to remove some I-ness. We have to remove some me and I feel and convert that into we. See, Qurbani. Allah likes Qurbani. Now, if I am hungry, and my friend is hungry, or my relative is hungry, or if my neighborhood is hungry, and I share, I have very less food to share. But then also I share some of my part of my eating food with my friend who is in need, or my neighbor who is in need, or etc. This is Qurbani. Or some may share it to that extent that they may give everything. Really, it is not like that you should give. Islam doesn't want you to give all what you have, what you have. But this is taqwa, and this is the superiority of amal. And many of our sahabis, they used to give all, and they used to bear the hunger because their iman was so strong that their iman really helped them, and their family was so cooperative. Okay, really, they all enjoyed in sharing the whole of what they have with their neighbors or with their needy relatives, etc., or friends, etc. Now, this paid what they give to us by sharing all what they have or sharing 50% what they had to with others really kills the I-ness and ego and converts the I-ness into we. I hope you understand. I, the word I or and me is only exclusively is only for Allah Ta'ala, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, because He is the I who is complete, and He is the only one, the only personality, the only one who is going to live forever and ever, and was alive for, and was ever and ever. Not, we should not use the word alive, but He is always there. He was there and He will be there. He is there and He will be always. So, and basically coming to ego, also some sort of ego is always there in our mind, in our soul. Now, because of ego, also we feel very bad if someone says a harsh word or wrong word to us or scolds to us. We feel very bad. So basically, that hurt is on our soul, and as we feel a growl in our soul, we feel bad, and at the same time we think of getting revenge, or we think bad about the person who scolds us or give bad words, etc. And in the revenge, we also start scolding that person. We try to save ourselves. At the same time, we try to show that I am superior and you are inferior to him, and this is ego. Till we try to save ourselves is not ego, but as we cross that boundary and go we cross the limit and we go into the thing that we want to show that I am superior and you are not superior, by making that person by reminding that person about his wrongdoings. You did that wrong in that time, and you are so and so person. You did this wrong. You did that. 5 years, 10 years back things we like to remind him in presence of many people. So this is the sign of ego, and we should get rid of ego. Some amount of ego will always be there in us, that is inbuilt. But what happens, that ego day by day it increases and increases and increases and increases by our bad amals, by our bad deeds, and then it goes to a certain limit where we have a disliking of others, nauzubillah, nauzubillah, and we have a feeling of superiority of ourselves is ego, and this is absolutely disliked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because all the ego, because all the superiority feelings is for only Allah, because He is the superior. Anybody wants to say anything? Because He is only the superior most, and whatever superiority is given to us is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. All the good things which happen to us is by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. That is, Allah ta'ala gives us directly or gives us indirectly, but Allah ta'ala's mercy and Allah ta'ala's boon are always present with us in every good things what takes place to us. And of course, we should be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as we thank to Allah ta'ala again and again, and we pray to Allah ta'ala again and again, our ego reduces. Because what happened when we pray to Allah ta'ala, that gives us a feeling of, okay, we are incomplete and we are really nothing, only by the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means we are nothing and we cannot do anything without the help of subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to keep ourselves hammering. We have to keep our system, our mind, our soul, our body hammering always with that. Okay, we are really very weak and we are really incomplete without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah ta'ala's mercy, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is always there for us. And Allah's mercy was always with us. And by the mercy only we could do good things. We could do all the bodily things. We could do what we had been doing. So by this, a sunnat is there that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say Bismillah Rahman Rahim before drinking water and used to recite some du'as after drinking water. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to recite Bismillah wala barakatuh before eating, and after eating he used to recite something. And while traveling, while sleeping, while waking up, while going into Baitul Khala, while coming out of Baitul Khala, means each and every thing what was done by Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, it started with dua and ended up with dua. It's most of the things started with Bismillah and ended up with some sort of dua. So we should take a lesson from it, and we should do this dua. We should do this dua. We can also recite the same dua what Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had been doing, or we can also recite dua what really we want from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and we should keep a habit of doing reciting dua again and again. Suppose if today I am going out for some work and I need to reach 30 kilometers away from my home or from my clinic, right? So before leaving my home, I can pray to Allah, oh Allah, as you had been as you had been making my travel easy again and again every time, make my this travel easy now also, so that I can safely reach so safely I can reach the place and I can do whatever I need, whatever I am supposed to do. So Allah, please help me to do it, and please save me, safeguard me from shaitan and from all types of evil of jinn and all type of evil of human and human errors and accident and etc. So we can pray this dua, and it might only take 3 to 2 minutes, but really when you do dua, so you come the shadow of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you get a feeling of weakness, how weak I am and how incomplete I am without Allah. So this really kills the excessive ego, or the ego which has been overgrown, really, it really cuts off, and the ego comes to its normal temperature, and really do not harm us or do not give us the disease of spirit. So as you know, my brothers and sisters, we have a body temperature, so that is normal till 99.5 Celsius, Fahrenheit Celsius. And when it goes above 95.5, that is fever, that is a sign of an underlying disease in us. Same way, as the disease grows and grows, the fever will 102, 103, or maybe more than that. So really, when the temperature of our body increases beyond the normal range, so we get ill, we get fatigue, we are not able to speak, we are not able to do our things, what we had been doing throughout our life. We do not get a urge of eating, we do not get a urge of speaking, we don't like thinking, we are just on our bed, feeling very weak and very distant. So just a small increase in the temperature really makes us ill, makes our body ill. Same way, the slowly and slowly the ego keeps on growing, the jealousy keeps on growing, the envy feeling or animatic feeling keeps on growing little by little, little by little, and unfortunately we do not realize it, and we are in our ego, and then we speak in harsh words to everyone. We scold anyone. We speak anything at any moment, at any time. This is a sign of ego. If we are suffering from this thing, so really this is excessive ego in us, and we should try to reduce it by by really doing dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ya, oh Allah, keep safeguard me from jealousy, from envy, from animatic feelings, etc., and make me strong, and make me full of softness and full of courtesy, and keep me away from all these things, and also keep me away from those things which take me to ego or increase the growth of ego beyond normal, etc., etc. So we should always pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really keep us safe from the bodily, psychological diseases, the physical diseases, and the spiritual diseases. My brothers and sisters, at this time, I just remind for something. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was taught by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala about many subjects. Allah Subhanahu wa Taala gave the knowledge to His Lord beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. knowledge about many subjects. And amongst that subject was Ibn Nabawi also, means medical guidance. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam got this knowledge from Allah Ta'ala from time to time. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also taught us by teaching his Sahabis. His Sahabis made converted those words, beautiful words, into hadith, and from scholar to scholar, from books to books, that hadith came to us, and now it has been really we could all collect all those beautiful hadiths at one place and compile a book. So many people have been working on this field, and it is very important to learn Ibn Nabawi, because if we learn Ibn Nabawi, so we will be strong and we will be healthy. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes the healthy one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes the ibadat of healthy one. Because health, if you are healthy, so we will be able to do the ibadat in a right way, in a sunnat way, doing ruku in the sunnat way, doing sajda in the sunnat way, doing everything in the sunnat way. If you are strong enough, we can fast. If you are strong enough, we can do the hajj properly, and we can perform all the arkans properly, only if we are healthy. And the secret of being healthy is to follow Ibn Nabawi, to learn Ibn Nabawi, and to learn it from the depth of its knowledge, and from the depth of its Ibn Nabawi. We should learn it. We should try to understand. We should make our own notes, and we should keep on reading it again and again, so that we are not forgetting it. And at the same time, we should also teach others. So basically, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam taught us from time to time about Ibn Nabawi. Here, also in my book, I have tried to compile all the things, but you know that I'm not really that big scholar, so I could not, I could have compiled many things, but many things must have left out. So you must also decide, or you must also go through other scholars, Ibn Nabawi also, and make your knowledge more stronger and wider, and make your notes and prepare yourself, your needs, and teach us, make a clear idea about Ibn Nabawi, right? So basically, Ibn Nabawi is the form of knowledge given to Subhanahu wa Taala, uh, a form of knowledge given to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam from Allah Taala, time to time in various forms. And now, many people had been working previously on that subject, but in between it was neglected for unknown reason. I really couldn't get to the reason why we Muslims neglected it to that extent. We really forgot those things, and many sunnahs of Ibn Nabawi are really forgotten, and we need to make those sunnahs alive, and we really need to learn about it and to perform it and to really teach people about it. So there are very beautiful things, very beautiful principles, and very beautiful things taught by Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. One of the principal things I would like to explain you, as before I had explained, keeping medicated medicines at one corner of the mouth. Now, one thing I would like to make it clear, that Tibbi Nabi, all the things which are mentioned in Tibbi Nabi are really are natural things, like honey, milk, tulsi, kalonji, and many more things. Kamat, santar, and barley, and many more things, dates, all are fig, watermelon, etc. All are natural things, natural products, which are very easily available to all in all areas, and they are cheap also. And really, if we see, okay, basically what happens, if suppose, for an example, if we take an apple, if we take an apple, this apple is a complete food in itself. It has got vitamins, minerals, it has got vitamins, and it has got digestive enzymes in it. It also has digestive enzymes what are needed to digest the vitamins which are present in it. So it is really a very complete natural thing. Same in orange, same in watermelon, same in all the vegetables, and same in all pulses, etc. They are all complete in them. Means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created them in such a way that they have got all the things which we human need to digest those things and to keep ourselves healthy. Now I ask you a question. If some company, if some pharmaceutical companies or medicine companies, they prepare medicines from apple, or they take vitamins, they take out the vitamins from apple, and they give that vitamins form of capsule, or they mold that vitamins into tablets, and then they sell us in heavy prices. So what is better? Is it better to take that those medicines, or to eat an apple? So basically, I know everybody will say it is better to eat that apple, because apple is natural. It is a complete food. It is always in a complete manner, and it has got digestive enzymes in it, which the pharmaceutical company or medicine company will never able to make it. See, basically, friends, scientists, a big scientist, a big laboratory, etc., cannot prepare a single drop of milk. No, science has always discovered the uses of Allah's creation. They have known, or they have learned about different type of uses of Allah's creation, but they could have never create a thing which Allah has created. For example, any big company or any big laboratory of any corner of the world, they will not able to prepare a single drop of milk, a single drop of honey, or they will not be able to prepare an apple, or they will not be able to prepare a watermelon or orange or grain, wheat, rice. No, absolutely not. They will never can do anything like that. Yes, they have done research work on apple, on oranges, on mangoes. They have tried to Modern science have tried to learn what are the ingredients of apple, and what are the effects of apple on our body. Apple can cure us from what diseases, and watermelon can cure us what diseases. Watermelon have so what chemicals watermelon has, and what effects of each and every chemicals what are in the watermelon gives us, and what good effects we get from watermelon. What are the disease which subside after eating watermelon? etc. They have doing a research in it, and then they have made several uses of it in different forms. Now they made it into juices. They made it into medicines, capsule. They made it. They made. They learn to extract oil from it. They learn to extract vitamins from it, and etc. etc. But these are different modes of using watermelon or any vegetable or any natural thing. But I would like to remind you once again that science have never created anything. Science has only learned about the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That also to which Allah Ta'ala made them easy to learn. Now, basically what happens, a heart transplant. You must have heard about heart transplant. That somebody's as heart can be taken out from his body and then transplanted it to anybody's body. Liver can be transplanted, or kidneys can be transplanted. Really, it can be transplanted, but you know what is behind this? Sorry, I got a call. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Hello.
hear you. We can hear you.
Sorry, one of my patients was very desperate, so I told him that I'll call him after 1 hour. Basically, what happens, when a person gets he's really very eager to get in contact with a doctor, or he really needs quick assistance, etc. As you might be knowing. So where we were, huh? So basically, science has not made anything. Science has only learned about the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and whatever Allah ta'ala has kept behind that creation, or ideas or experiments or modes. So we learn that and we do that. Taking an example of heart transplant or organ transplant, the organ can be really transplanted to other person. But if you really learn about the transplant, very deeply. So when a person is dying, he donates his organs to the medical so that it can be used to anybody else. Now what happens really, that person who's dying or who has already died, recently has died, heart, kidney, and liver and eyes and other organs are taken out, and they are kept in freezing temperature in a refrigerator. Like, there are different modes of keeping them, freezing them, keep storing them. Now the heart taken from a dead person or a dead like person, it is taken out from his body, and that heart stops working. Now the heart is not working, means that the heart which is taken out from there stops working, but they try to keep it healthy enough so that again it should start its work, and then they preserve it in a different manner, and they keep it into different forms of fridge, in the deep fridge, etc., and frozen. uh, just wait a minute. Yeah, I think now this is more audible and more clear, right? Is
Yes,
it
yes, yes.
okay? Is it this okay? This is okay? Is this okay?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
So basically, my friends, if you learn about the heart transplant or the organs, kidney transplant, there are so miracles in that. The doctor removes the heart from a dying person or dead person, and whatever experiments they have, the heart which is removed from the dying person stops, and they keep the heart safe in a freezing temperature, right? And whenever they desire to put that heart in some else's body, it may take 3 months, it may take 6 months, it may take 1 year, or maybe more than that. And when that heart is taken out from the freeze, it is washed and by different methods, and when it is put into the body, other people's body, it start working. you know it really makes me amazed that the heart which has been working for the last 70 years in a body is taken out, and it stops working, and then it is stored in some manner in freezing temperature, and in that freezing temperature it lies for 1 hour, 2 hour, 6 months, 3 months, and when then it is taken out from that freezing, and it is really given some medicated culture, and as it is shifted or placed into the other people's body, start working, and it starts beat at his it has been working 2 years back, and start this time it starts working for somebody else's body. So this is really a miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nobody knows okay, what makes that heart, the feeling, what gives that heart the knowledge that again it has to start working, what keeps the heart, what helps the heart to keep the memory of working. It really doesn't forget its work, though it has been kept in the freeze, in the deep frozen freeze for 1 year, 2 year, 3 months, and then it is taken out, and then it is washed, and it is placed into the heart region, that is cardiac region, and all the vessels are attached. All the vessels are sutured, and then it starts working by its own, and then it never stops. It starts working, and it works as it was working before for the previous body. So this is really a miracle of subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah ta'ala has kept the transplant possible, then only science could do it successfully. Same runs in liver. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept liver transplant possible, so doctors are doing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept the kidneys to be transplanted in somebody else's body, and it starts working. Nobody knows, science do not have any explanation that how or what makes that heart work that effectively or so powerfully as it has been working before. Even same runs with the eyes also. Now here, science has been trying to transplant the brain for many years, but it is up till now they have
got all the failures. And I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think they will not able to do the brain transplant, because maybe I am not really sure. Maybe Allah Ta'ala has not kept brain transplant possible, and they had been trying to transplant many things. For an example, thyroid gland cannot be transplanted, pancreas cannot be transplanted, spleen cannot be transplanted. There are many organs which really cannot be transplanted. If a spleen is taken out from anybody's body and placed in other's body, it will not work. It doesn't work. If a thyroid gland has, if a doctor removes a thyroid gland and place the thyroid gland in other diseased person, so it really not works. It really do not get transplanted successfully, and it really do not works. And there are many organs, intestine, diaphragm muscles, or muscles cannot be transplanted. Even bones cannot be transplanted. Even our tongue cannot be transplanted. And there are many organs which cannot be transplanted. Even a simple muscles cannot be transplanted. Even skin cannot be transplanted. We cannot really remove our skin to donate to somebody else. No, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has only kept transplanted to the limited organs, and science could have done only those things which Allah Ta'ala has made it possible for transplant. And science has been working on transplanting skin, bones, etc., but they do not get success, and it doesn't really works. It doesn't work because Allah Ta'ala has not kept it. So science has always discovered the modes of use or the functions of creation of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, or the creations of Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and they have learned about the creation. They have learned about the different uses of the creation, but they have not created anything. Even very cheaply, they cannot create a single drop of water. They cannot create a single drop of milk. No laboratory can make a pure natural honey. No laboratory can make a olive oil or coconut oil, and etc. 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 These are the things. These are the things which Allah Taala has kept secret, and only He can only do. Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has given us the freedom to use His creation in different forms, whatever forms we need. We might take a meat, we can cook that meat in gravy, we can make keema, we can make kebab, we can make cutlets, and we can make so many things. This is the freedom what Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has given us. Okay, we can uh, make different modes of uses or eating, and we can eat those creations of Allah Ta'ala, but we cannot really create the creations of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Now, one miraculous thing is that any vegetable, any fruit, or even a small grain, wheat, contains all the enzymes which are really needed to digest that grain or rice, and etc. etc., which any laboratory cannot really do this. So this is a beauty of the natural things what we should use, or what we eat, or what we should use. And the whole Tibb Nabawi, on whole Tibb Nabawi is taught in using herbs and using natural things. So mostly we should always try to stick with natural things, and use natural things for our disease. Though, see, I very clearly say that we are not, Islam and Tibb Nabi is not stopping you from taking treatment from modern science or from any other science. No, you can take, because Allah Ta'ala has made modern science to learn so many things and create a good way of treating. This all things what modern science have discovered or doing are given, are taught by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, or Allah Taala has given the freedom to learn it and then benefit its humankind or living things. So whatever Allah Ta'ala has made us to learn, that only we learn. We cannot learn how the moon functions. We cannot learn how the sun functions, and what are the things that make the sun to rise or make the sun to set, etc. Are the really energies around the earth which makes itself to rotate, etc. etc. We cannot really learn that. So the things what Allah Ta'ala has made us, or made us possible to learn, that only things we can learn, and those things are learned by modern science, homeopathic, Ayurvedic, Unani, etc. They have all chosen their subjects and they learn and they discover new forms of things. We are allowed to use the medicines from modern science. We are allowed to do any science until and unless it is khamr. The word khamr means intoxicants. Now, at this juncture, I would like to remind you one thing, that one bad thing about homeopathic, I'm not against homeopathic science. I do like it, but you know what I mean. One bad thing about is that they use a lot of alcohol in that. If you take a bottle of homeopathic medicine and you very closely read it, read the ingredient of it on it, it may be given on it, it contains 60% alcohol, it contains 80% alcohol, it contains 70% alcohol, and maybe 90% or 95% alcohol in it. So now just alcohol is a type of khamr, right? Though there are two types of alcohol. One is natural alcohol and other is synthetic alcohol. So natural alcohol is made from fermentation process, and synthetic alcohol are made in the laboratories. But I do not. I would really like to remind you that the alcohol, the alcohol what homeopathic really use it is synthetic or maybe natural also. Now, natural alcohol is absolutely prohibited because it has wrong effects on our body. People feel drowsy, delirium, and overexcitement. If if a person drinks a lot of alcohol, whatever effects our body gets by after drinking alcohol, if we if those all things, all those types of alcohol are always prohibited. Even toxicants, khamr means toxicant. Even tobacco or tobacco-like things are intoxicants, and they are not really allowed to use. Now, basically, what happens? Coming back to the homeopathic medicines, many of the homeopathic companies they use synthetic alcohol, but the amount of alcohol what they use is too much. Now, synthetic alcohol do not have that much effects. If you take in a small quantity, nobody will feel drowsy. Nobody will start giving bad words or give have a effect of delirium or effect of overexcitement, and he will drink and fail here and there. They do not have that much effect, direct effects, because they are given to us in a small quantity. But there are so many companies who use alcohol in much. They use 80% alcohol, they use 90% alcohol in homeopathic medicine. So you should always try to avoid it. Now a question comes, okay, one of our brother or friend or any viewer who listen this can think, okay, I had been getting relief from homeopathic, to which modern science couldn't give. I have got relief from my allergy by homeopathic medicine. I got relief from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. I got relief from skin allergy. I got relief from laryngitis, from sinusitis, etc., etc., by homeopathic medicine. And if you are really bound, if you really want to use homeopathic medicine, so I would like to uh, tell you a simple way of using homeopathic medicine. Though it contains alcohol, what you do, you take 1 cup of water. You take 1 cup of water and dilute the medicine, the liquid medicine in that water, and drink it. By diluting that medicine in simple water will dilute the amount of alcohol also, and the amount of alcohol which was 80%, 70% will reduce to 7%, or maybe less than that. For an example, if you take teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of homeopathic medicine in half cup of water. So half cup of water is exactly 20 times more than that water. So that medicine will be diluted in 20% water, and then the percentage of alcohol will reduce. Now, if you think, okay, by dilution of that medicine into water, the power of medicine will get low. No, it will not. That is a miracle of water. Water assimilates the things in it, but it really will not reduce the power. For an example, if I dilute 1 cup of water, 1 cup of milk in 3 glasses of water, I dilute 1 cup of milk. I dilute 1 cup of milk in 3 glasses of water. Now, uh, that will be three glasses and 1 cup. The quantity when I mix will be 3 glasses and 1 cup. So in that, there will be more water and less milk. Now, all the human brain will think that the milk get diluted in the water, and the milk will get lose its nutritional properties, right? We will think, no, it's nothing like that. Basically, what happens, the amount of vitamins and minerals, the amount of minerals and vitamins, what are calcium, what lie in the 1 cup of milk will get diluted in the water. Now what happens? Now if that water is drank by 5 people, then the nutritional value is divided into 5%. The nutrition value is not dropped, but it got divided into 5%. But if that 3 glass of water is drank by a single person, then all the nutrition of milk which was lying in 1 cup of water goes into our human, and by that the nutrition value doesn't stop. Now same way, if you take a half cup of water or 1 cup of water, and if you dilute the dose what has been recommended by a doctor in that water and drink that water, so the amount of alcohol will get reduced, and it will be permissible to some extent in Islam, and you can use that. But the taqwa is you should try to avoid homeopathic medicines which alcohol contains. The medicines which do not have alcohol in it, you can use those medicines of homeopathic science or any science. But if any medicines which contain this alcohol in it to maximum quantity, then we should try to avoid it. And if you are used to that and you really feeling well and you really cannot leave that, and if you leave that, then your disease may get severe and your disease may reoccur, so you can use it by diluting in water, right? Your doctor, your homeopathic doctor may stop you from doing this, but just by the intention of sunnat, or just by the intention of keeping the principles of Tibbi Nabawi, you dilute that, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah ta'ala will give you heal. See, basically what happened, the doctors always try to treat you. The doctors guide you to use those things for those disease, for this thing, for this disease, but they are not capable to give healing to you or cure you. Cure is always from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or Allah's will. Allah give order to that medicine, cure my banda, then that medicine cures us. Until unless Allah gives the medicine the order of healing us, the medicine will not heal us. So at this juncture, we learn that we should also do dua by Allah, to Subhanahu wa Taala, that, oh Allah, this medicine is just form of the mode of treatment. It really cannot heal me without your will. So Allah, order this medicine, order this preparation, order this capsule, order this tablet, order this syrup to give me complete relief from the disease which I am suffering from. Oh Allah, make myself healthy enough so that I can pray you, I can do ibadat, I can do all the good things which I had been doing before. Make me strengther than before so that I can be helpful, I can be grateful to you always. So these are the things we should always keep in our mind, and we should do things. We should always learn and make a habit of doing dua for each and everything. Suppose I am going to start with this lecture, so it was my duty to pray to Allah, oh Allah, help me to give this lecture in the best form, and also help the listeners to listen it and help them to understand it in the most better way, and to learn it and to understand it in the depth way, and also help them to perform, to do amal on it and teach other. The listener and the speaker both are incomplete and both are really weak, and give us strength and help us, give your special mercy and tawfiq and boon to us. So we should always do dua before and after doing any deed, whether it's if you're going to write a letter to anybody, if you are going to write a letter to anybody, Bismillah, oh Allah, help me. If you have a shortage of time, so don't uh, extend your dua to that extent. Only you can pray to Allah, oh Allah, help me to write this letter in the best form. Just see that after doing that letter, after doing this dua, you write that letter. You will find some new ideas forming in you, and you will write that letter more beautifully or more powerfully than what you had been doing before. You had been writing those letters for several years, for 10 years, 5 years, or 3 years. You had been writing it daily for years and years. It was your duty. It is part of your work. And but if you do dua and write that letter, you will find yourself getting new ideas which really didn't fall in the previous years, in the previous days, in the previous letters, and the effect of that letter on the opponent will be more powerfully. The letter to which you are writing, the person to which you are writing the letter will be influenced more, or will be moved and pleased more by your letter, and will be getting really impressed by your letter more than what he had been getting impressed before. So these are the things what you will find, and these findings and these feelings will make you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more and more day by day, and your relation and our relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will get strong and firm, and our iman will get strong and firm. So by this it is already 10:30 and my patients have started coming. So I would like to ask any of my friend or brother has any doubt or to tell. Brother Hassan, do you want to say anything?
No, 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 no.
Hello, am I audible? Was I today very audible, very clear, audible, and could you really understand what I mean to speak? Hello,
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
am I very fast or very slow? The quality of the sound is okay. As I was reminded by Brother Hassan in the mid of the lecture, okay, please keep the mic near to your mouth. So this was a very good thing. I really do not know. I am really ignorant about the quality of the sound quality, the tone, the speed of my language is proper or not. So you really, you people can enlighten me. You people can tell me very freely about it so that I can improvise it more better, so that you people can understand and learn more better.
Any comment from anybody?
Brother Hassan, are you recording? Are you
How
recording
many
this?
guys more?
Yeah, I have recorded, and
Mashallah.
the previous lecture also, this one also.
So so basically, if you record, so where are the recordings? If anybody wants to view
I
that
will give
recording,
you everybody. I have shared with everybody.
you give me also, so that I would like to hear and see the recording, and by this, I will be able to learn the things what are my weakness, and I will get a chance of improvising myself.
Okay, I shall give you, inshallah.
Ji, ji, ji. So can I leave the meeting?
Yes, I think a lot of
Okay.
patient is waiting for
Okay.
you.
Okay. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Jazallahu anna Muhammad ma huwa ahlu. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar. Alhamdulillah.